Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well, and I can see you also. Your eyeball. Ja.
No, one sec.
Voor mijn Nederlandse kijkers, dit is Paul Hughes-Barlow. En hij is eigenlijk de grootste Thoth-Tarot-kenner van de wereld. En hij heeft onlangs een nieuw boek geschreven. Ik ben super blij dat ik hem mag interviewen. The Secret of the Thoth Tarot. And he's a genius. I made a lovely introduction for you.
Thank you.
Today we have a special guest, someone whose work has shaped the way many of us understand the Thoth Tarot. Paul Hughes-Barlow is one of the world's leading experts on the Thoth deck. He has spent decades studying its symbols, its structures, and the deeper esoteric system behind it. And he has just released a new book, The Secret of the Thoth Tarot, a work that promises to reveal insights many readers have spent years of searching for. In this conversation, we explore Paul's journey with the tarot, his unique approach to reading the cards, and a hidden structure behind the Thoth system. Whether you are brand new to the Thoth or a long-time practitioner, this interview will open doors in a way you never considered. Welcome.
Thank you. Well,
I'm
thank you,
on,
Mabel.
I'm honored to do this interview with you. Can you tell me how you first encountered the cards, just the tarot cards?
That's a very long story.
Yes, I have all the
Um,
time in the world.
I met Pandit Maharaj on
Yeah,
Brighton seafront where I lived.
yeah,
If you ever lived in a tourist town, you
yeah,
avoid the tourist places.
yes.
So one day I found myself walking on Brighton Beach and he had a little booth on the seafront. I went in to see him and I became a student basically. He wasn't a man of many words. He didn't say very much. But one day he tricked me into sitting in his chair rather than the client's chair. And
Was he an enlightened master?
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, you can say that. Um, and he left me there for an hour, and he said, "Make anyone comes in, make an appointment." And this went on for a few days, and and then after a couple, no one came in.
No.
2 or 3 days, I'm sitting there, and it's a totally different view from the other side of the desk. And getting used to that energy. And then after about
Were you
3 days,
nervous? Were
oh,
you?
extremely,
Yes.
extremely. And then he said, "I'm going off for a while. If anyone comes in, give them a reading." This is palmistry basically then,
Mhm.
because he was a palmist. And he said, "If you don't know what to say, talk about yourself." So this went on for a couple of days. No one came in, and this little old lady, she probably wasn't. She's probably my age, but this is 40 odd years ago
Yeah.
now. And I gave her a reading. It's worse than losing virginity, I think. The heart was pounding. It was real sort of, sort of stress and things like that. And she didn't want her money back.
No,
Good thing. Um,
that's
so,
a sign.
so my first reading was a paid for reading. I'm a professional. I was a palmist then, basically.
Yeah.
And then after a while, palmistry is good for saying you're a wonderful person, the whole big picture, but it's not good for knowing if someone's going to meet someone this weekend or
No.
something like that. So I said to Pandit, I need to get a tarot deck. And he said, good idea. Get one, which I did. And I
And
took
which
them to
deck was
him.
it?
It was a French one, Worth, I think.
Okay.
It was in those days. There's no choice.
No.
Basically, there's probably about 2 decks you could buy in Brighton, and he shuffled the cards and he dealt out 4 cards, and one of them was a swords, and he said, "For a woman, the swords are very bad." That was it.
Not very
So
nuanced, but okay.
so the next day, because by then I had my own kind of place.
Yeah.
The next day, I was a professional tarot reader.
Okay.
I knew about 10 of the cards, Empress, Mother, Emperor,
Hmm.
Father, Chariot, Travel, a few things like that. The Lover's card, Death. And so between readings, I was hurriedly trying to find out what the real meanings of the cards were. And one day I did this reading for this lady, and she said, "This is amazing. This is the best tarot reading I ever had in my life." So I was quite impressed and quite pleased because I
Yeah.
was still kind of wondering what the hell I was doing in this job. Basically,
Yeah.
it just why am I doing this thing?
And
And so
did you feel things, or was it just all your
yeah,
brain?
well, this is the interesting thing. I didn't kind of feel I was any different. But after she left, the cards were still laid out. I think I was doing an astrology spread or something. I can't
Hmm.
remember. And I thought, I'll just go through the cards. Yeah, just cross-reference to the book
Yeah.
and everything else. So I had the book and I cross-referenced. And my interpretation that I gave her was totally different to what the book said for every single card.
Yeah.
So this is the point where you kind of think, well, is the book right or am I right?
Yeah.
And I decided that I was right. And why was I
That's
right?
a bold statement.
Yeah, otherwise you're just following what every other book
Yeah.
says,
Yeah. Yeah.
So that started me on the journey, and I this took me eventually to the opening of the key spread, which is in the Golden Dawn,
Yeah. And your
and
specialism.
yes, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and also by then I got Alistair Crowley's Book of Thoth,
Yeah.
which was incomprehensible, and I thought, well, why not? I will go through all five stages of the opening of the key spread. Took me about
There are a lot to handle.
yeah,
It's
I
like a
it took me
rabbit
about
hole. I
no no.
keep disappearing.
Well, I did it. It took an hour and a half, 2 hours or something, and I never went near the spread for a couple of years.
Yeah.
All the Book of Thoth,
Yeah.
and eventually I kind of went back to it and thought, well, let's just actually see what I can do with this. And so, I realized that basically you just need the first stage of the opening of the key spread where you cut the cards into four
Yeah.
piles and you turn them over. And the first pile on the right is the past. The second is your desires, things you want. The third pile is things you're avoiding.
Yeah.
And the fourth one is a hidden kind of thing, which is the future. So really you focus on the future part because that's what everyone wants
Yes,
to
but
know.
they also say it's the four worlds of the Kabbalah Boom, and they make it very complicated.
Yeah, they do. You don't need to. I mean,
No.
if someone comes in who I know knows about tarot and Kabbalah, then I'll actually kind of sort of break it down and all
Yeah.
these sort of things. But people who come in, they want to know about love, work,
Yeah.
usual things.
Yeah.
They're not interested in anything technical or all that
No.
sort of stuff. So you don't need to do it.
No.
So, but that's kind of where I was, and I was in those days. The internet was in its infancy, and everyone was on the news groups. So I wanted desperately to find out about the opening of the key spread. No one was doing it,
No. Yeah.
so I thought, well, no one's doing it. I'll do it. So I set up Super Tarot, the website, and the meanings of the cards and the opening of the key spread. And one day I was contacted by a publisher, and he came to me and said, "Do you want to write a book?" Yes.
Why not?
So I think,
Why
so I
not?
think getting a publisher is easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And out of that came the Tarot and the Magus.
Yeah.
And the thing about that was that we created 11 chapters and paired the major cards to
Yeah.
that, with the minor cards and the court cards in it as well.
Yeah.
And it set up a kind of system of initiation and transformation as well, and magic. Um, so, so that was really the thing that really set things off. And I was very keen to. I'd studied astrology and things, Western astrology, Indian
Yeah.
astrology, and I was very, very keen to expand the opening of the key spread into the second, third, and fourth stages. But I never managed to do it, and I never managed to go further. It doesn't
I
work.
a few years ago, I'm studying Totoro, I think for 15 years, and a few
Yeah,
years ago, I threw away all my books about the thought and the decks because I was such frustration. I was going completely mad. I couldn't understand it. And the tree.
yeah,
Now I'm a little bit, but it's like you're crawling up the hill. It's covered in soap. It's just
yeah.
gliding and gliding.
I see. The thing is, there are many aims or purposes with the Book of Thoth that aren't apparent, and they don't make sense, and they don't make sense to make you look further and deeper.
No, no.
And one of the things that is most important to understand about the Book of Thoth that it is actually two books.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now you're talking not about your own book, but about Alistair's book.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but it's also
Yeah, I
it
know.
helps to understand.
Yeah.
So the one everyone can latch onto, can actually understand and do something with, are Frida Harris's
Yeah.
cards, the artwork, and there's the meanings as well. You see.
Can I quote your,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
because I
God.
thought it was a beautiful was a beautiful quote. Contrary to everybody's impression, the tarot cards were not intended for the purpose of divination. They are a map of the universe. Frida
Yeah,
Harris.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think
um,
that's hilarious also.
she never re she kind of understood, but she never really understood the
No,
meaning
no.
of what she was saying. I think that's actually from a lecture she gave in 1943 or
Yeah.
44, I think. Um, it's it encompasses everything. So, and Crowley didn't tell her everything either. So he was, she was getting on painting the cards, and they came up with umpteen different versions, and had to work it all out while he was writing the book. And he didn't just write the book, he got it typeset himself.
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's when I wrote this book, you write it, send the manuscript off to the publishers, and let someone edits it, and they change it,
Yeah.
and then we agree, yes, this is what it is, and then it's typeset. Typeset these days means put in a PDF, but and that threw up other things that I needed to correct and change, and a few other things to do. So, but he did all of that by himself, and of course, they're the galley prints in those
Yeah.
days. The printers produce these things, and you have
Are
to
you
change.
saying to me he is the book?
He is.
He is the book.
He
His
is the book. Yeah, yeah.
his spirit
He
is in every
yeah.
syllable.
The idiosyncrasies, the structure, the way, even the page
Yeah.
numbers are significant in
It's
the
it's
book.
like you're painting it for me like it's a piece of art that isn't to be, it is, you have to feel it. Because I saw an interview with you and you unlocked something for me was I think was very special. You said to me, there is no beginning and there is no end. And that
It's a
is,
circle.
yeah, that is one of the most
Yeah,
important things for my mind because it opens it for me.
yeah. And it's a circle, the
Yeah,
wheel,
yeah,
which is why it starts off with the wheel and where in the Book of Thoth, from the Book of Lies, chapter
yeah,
78.
yeah.
The, that's great until you have to try and write a book, which
It's
has a
nearly
beginning and middle
impossible. Yeah,
and an end.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
So
the human mind isn't structured to
no,
think in
no, not at
circles.
all.
No, no.
And it's actually my publisher who spent several days reorganizing the
Yeah,
text to make something meaningful in a book form. So really, it starts with Genesis,
Yeah.
chapter 1, verse 1.
Yeah.
The beginning was the I forget how it goes now.
Yeah.
So chapter 1, verse 1, it starts with, and that comes from Alan Bennett, who was a mentor to Aleister Crowley. So it is sort of kind of structured in order, but it is still a circle.
Do you
And
have advice for people who aren't very skilled in the Thoth Tarot? I always say to my students, you have to feel the cards.
yeah, actually, there is only one way
Oh,
to learn. Um, do readings for people, especially strangers, and charge them money. That's the tarot will teach you,
yeah.
and it kind of harmonizes between you and the client. It creates a synergy and
Yeah,
energy
an energy
represented by
field.
the
Yeah.
cards, and you express that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see the client when they're talking about their life.
Yeah.
You can see that in the cards that they're in front of you as well.
It's
So
yeah.
so you don't. I mean, I've written these books. I'm an expert on the Thoth Tarot, and I'm still rubbish at the meanings of the cards. If you ask me any card, I'll say about 3 words. That's about it.
Really, yeah, because I booked a reading with you and you didn't show me any cards.
Sorry.
Okay. It can happen.
It's
It can happen.
it's very interesting that I mean, I don't always start the reading by looking at the cards. I start by talking to the client because sometimes mentally, emotionally, they're in a strange place.
Yeah.
They're
Thank you.
fears. They have, they walked into this weird place on Brighton seafront under the pier,
Yeah.
and there's me sitting there.
Yeah.
Um,
Still.
and then, you have to sort of calm them down a bit and put them in a state where they're more receptive. If they're really panicking,
Yeah.
and you do the tarot cards when they're really panicking, you're going
Yeah.
to have some really awful cards on the future
Yeah. Some people
because
think the
they're
cards are very
catastrophizing.
scary. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's is some kind of a point where they look different, their body language changes, they talk different,
Yeah.
and then that now they're willing to actually
Yeah.
engage in the reading. And from my point of view, I don't do this passive future thing where this will happen, that will happen, which a lot of tarot readers do.
Yeah.
I actually help them to take control of their life.
Yeah.
So it's them making their future.
You are making them conscious
Yeah,
or more
it's an
conscious.
empowerment.
Yeah.
It's taking control of life a lot because they've often got to the point where they haven't got a clue anymore. I don't know who I am. I don't know
Yeah.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
say that,
I'm lost. Yeah.
and that is when the door opens
Yeah.
because now they're no longer doing the wrong things.
Yeah.
They just don't not doing anything, and I have to say, well, look, you do actually know within yourself,
Yeah.
and this is how you can do it. You have to validate yourself. You have to believe that you are doing the right things, and then you'll find that your life you take control. And like control doesn't mean controlling.
No.
Controlling in a relationship is who you've been talking to and this and
Yeah.
that. Control means you're going where you want to go to.
Yeah.
And a journey, if you go on a car or plane or train, you don't stay in the station or the airport, do you? You arrive there and then you go somewhere else. So,
Usually. Yeah.
usually, yeah. so, so it's a different kind of way of working with the energies of the cards, and I get transformation. I get insights,
Yeah.
and the person sitting there, they also
It's
transform and
almost
get it.
like a seance. Uh,
Um, yeah, kind of, I suppose. Yes, I mean, I do see the people who've passed on in their life and things
Yeah.
like this, which you talk about as well. So it's kind of, and they're often disconnected from their relatives who passed on as well too.
Yeah.
So I help them sort of connect back with them. The parents usually or grandparents, something like this.
Can you tell me a little bit? I think that's beautiful that you make that connection, but can you tell me a little bit about your connection with Aleister Crowley? Because my connection with him is maybe a little bit troublesome. Sometimes when I read things, I think you're a bastard. And
Yeah,
sometimes I think you're a genius. Yeah. It
well,
varies.
it's it's incredibly easy to flatter your students and in, inflame their egos basically and
Yeah,
things like this. And you get all the frauds, the con people, and everything else.
a lot.
A guru's like that, easy to get on with. Fantastic, get
Yeah,
millions of followers.
yeah,
But if you really want the true seekers, you have to test them.
yeah.
One of the ways is not being very nice.
No,
I mean, my teacher, Pandit Maharaj, he was a bastard most of the time. He wasn't. He was wonderful to everyone else.
yeah,
To me, bloody hell, awful time.
yeah,
And it's. I mean, I was scared. I was desperate to see him and terrified at the same time as well. It was a very difficult. I mean, one day I burst into tears, and he told me where to go. You know, ending it off basically. Didn't want to know. Hard as nails. And you have to be like that as well because you have to be self-reliant.
yeah.
So it's in readings, I'm not always as blind as I could be,
No,
but people need to be able to stand up for themselves and live their own lives. I'm not there to hold their hand,
no.
and this sort of thing.
It's the same structure I coach in, but it doesn't make you miss geniality. They don't like you always when you're
No,
honest.
that's right, but they often come back and say, "Oh, you're right."
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, he actually got this from Madame Blavatsky. That's where
Okay. Yeah.
she wasn't an easy person to get on with.
No.
Mother Teresa, wonderful person,
Yeah.
but she was a nightmare to be around.
Yeah.
Because you're not beholden to anyone.
No.
You're not sort of, um, you're not pandering to people's needs and
No.
expectations. You have to say what you feel is right, and there's ways of saying it.
Yes, but some of the, and I wasn't there, so I don't know if it's true, and maybe it's gossip, but how he treated women, and one was pregnant, and the other one was also pregnant, and
Yeah,
oh,
it's
yeah,
there's a slight level of entitlement that comes into this,
yeah,
because 21 he inherited a fortune and
yeah,
squandered it within a few years.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. It's he was on a mission. He was doing whatever he felt in order to achieve his goals. And when you experiment, you don't know the outcome.
no,
But I will say this: his most fruitful, his most creative period in his life was with Lady Frida Harris.
yeah,
Um, Even the OTO say that.
yeah.
And he never had sex with her.
No,
He never
they
flirted
were
with her.
friends. Yeah, they were friends.
Yeah, and he hid.
Yeah,
I think sometimes he was married at the time, and he introduced her to his mistresses as well.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Um,
He's a different kind of man.
yeah, yeah, and Frida Harris. They had an entirely platonic relationship that which wasn't easy either.
No,
There's going to be a clash of creative wills in all
yeah,
of this
of
as well.
course. Yeah,
She had opinions about what went into the Book of Thoth,
yeah.
and he had opinions as how she should do the paintings.
I really, really, really love the artwork.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, it's at the Warburg Institute, in London. The Warburg is the kind of the home of art,
Yeah,
in the world, and the artwork is there. And I had the pleasure of meeting Deja Whitehouse recently, who has written the seminal book on Lady Frida Harris, and it's she is the reason why I didn't write about Frida Harris in the book because I knew
she
this
would.
really
Yeah,
scholarly book was
yeah,
going to come out,
yeah.
and I would look stupid if I tried to sort of
Yeah, I
emulate any
understand.
of that.
Yeah, I understand. Can
So
can
she actually came to my book launch recently as well.
Oh,
So
that's
that was
nice.
good too. So she had a book with her to sign. And she'd even been to the Warburg to fact check
Yeah.
some of the things I said in the book.
Okay.
So there's no escape.
No, no.
So
Can
that's what
can you
gauge
t
all right.
can you tell
Sorry.
me what your book, this one, um, can help students with?
It's what it with tarot, in any book of tarot, the Rider-Waite and all these other ones, you're taught that the knowledge is in the cards. So
Yeah,
every book is exactly the same. They'll have the Kabbalistic
yeah,
tree of life there,
yeah,
and they'll have a picture of each card, and on the other side there's all the writing
yeah.
what the card is, and at the bottom they say the meanings.
I like the
Yeah,
energy of the Kabbalistic tree with the
yeah,
cards on it, but
yeah.
as energies, not as
Yeah.
meanings. Yeah, yeah,
So, but I said, there's two, the Book of Thoth is two books really. There's the cards and the things. So the knowledge is not in the cards.
no,
The knowledge is in the Book of Thoth, the
yeah,
actual book. And he's written it in a way that there's deliberate mistakes in there and things.
yeah,
And you don't notice them, but the brain does. There's a disjoint. There's something that,
yeah,
something goes on there. And the point is that the way to find the answers is you have to read Crowley's writings.
yeah,
And there's a lot of writings. And over the last 3 years, I went through them many, many times.
yeah,
And, he says that he put all of his knowledge into the Book of Thoth in the
yeah,
bibliographical notes at the beginning.
yeah.
And it's true. It's not in that book.
No,
It's in all the other things.
yeah,
So what I've gone, so rather than go in that way, I've sort of gone that way and said, look, these are some of the places where
where
you
you
can
can look.
find
Yeah,
where Crowley did. And these are some of the things that you can find in those
yeah.
books.
So it's a
Um,
roadmap.
so it's a roadmap. It's not. See, the problem is that because it's a circle.
Yeah,
With the tarot, when you research the tarot, you end up back at the same point.
yes,
So you can't write like that because it's exasperating for me and it's going to be
yeah,
exasperating for the reader,
yeah,
because you always end up at the same points.
yeah,
So rather than that, I said, look, have a look at this text. Here's some quotes from it. This is how he did these things there. And he's been doing that since about 1900. I mean, the quote from Genesis is from 1900,
yeah,
1899, I think.
yeah.
So that's where his journey starts with the tarot. So he's using in all of his systems, Abramelin and the Book of the Law and all of these other texts he uses. He includes the tarot usually by the major cards or reference to them one way or another. So
Yes,
I'm
but
saying, look, there's tons out here.
yeah, I also read maybe in one of your books that he wasn't very interested in the cards himself.
Yeah, I had that opinion, but he did actually do the opening of the key spread.
Okay,
He used it to help people with black magic problems and other ways as
okay.
well. So he was using it.
But only
Um,
your version, the first opening, or did
I
all
think the
cards?
first stage really.
Yeah, okay.
The other four don't really work.
That's a relief for me because
Yeah,
I was,
I've been, I killed
you've been
myself trying
there.
to.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the four piles they cover everything. It's
yeah,
very interesting how it works.
yeah.
And these days, I don't particularly follow the rules as much as I used to as well.
No,
You can just sense the energies
yeah,
of the cards
yeah.
anyway.
But I thought maybe I'm stupid, and
No,
I'm studying and studying and studying, and I'm clairvoyant, so I think it doesn't bring me anything.
no. It's you have to remember that this is not Crowley's system. He inherited it from a book called Book T,
Okay,
which comes from a mysterious kind of Masonic organization of adepts
okay,
who'd gone through the system. And they wrote this book, Book T. And it's also connected to the cipher manuscript as well. This is in the 1880s, something like
okay.
that. You're not quite sure. And so it's it comes from there. and he include the fact that he includes it verbatim because he also reproduced Book T in Equinox 7 or 8, I can't remember which. So it's there as well,
Okay.
and it's in the Book of Thoth too. So when one of the keys to understanding, it's a skill, it's an art, so learning how to read Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
And one of the things is that when he repeats the same thing 2 or 3 times in the same paragraph or on the same page, it's important.
Yeah.
You see, then why is it important? I don't know. Then you have to go and
Yeah.
try and
Research
find
or read your
research.
book.
Yes, a lot of research on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't bother with footnotes and things like
No.
that in there because it'd just be a bigger mess
Yeah.
basically. So part of this is this alchemical phrase "salve coagula."
Yeah.
You take it apart and you
Yeah.
put it together. You take it apart and put it together again.
It feels
And
for me like when you want to uh, let your dog eat his food very slowly, you give him a puzzle. It, it,
yeah,
it feels like he made a puzzle for us.
yes, yes,
Yeah, for the
yeah.
brain.
I
Yeah.
mean, one of my recommendations for the Tarot and the Megas and the Secret of the Thoth Tarot is just dip in it
Yeah.
like bibliomancy. Just open a page at random and
Yeah.
see where your finger lands, and sort of go from there. It's not a book to read from cover
No.
to cover, though.
No.
Actually, the way I didn't realize this, and with the publisher, it does flow very well.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly well.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Are you
So
are you relieved? Now it's finished?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's really funny when I was kind of proofreading it, and they're sending me. I had about 5 or 6 versions of the PDF. I was kind of speed reading. It was boom, 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 boom. It just flowed, and I can't remember anything I've written.
No, I heard you channeled it, sort of.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, even when I was there's halfway through the second or third PDF, I was thinking, I really need to put this in there because they're saying anything you need to,
Yeah.
send us, we'll add it. And I think I need to put this in there.
Yeah.
I went through it, and it's already in there. A lot of
That's
these
so
things were,
funny.
I'd
That's
forgotten
so
I'd written.
funny. Yeah. I
Yeah,
recognize that with my books. Then I think I should write that and I read it and it's already in it.
yeah. Or I should put it this way. I've
Yeah.
already done that. You,
Yeah.
you know, um, it's it's something that hopefully inspires people. And at the book launch, had Marco Visconti there, who's
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I know him
he's
from your
this,
interviews. Yeah.
yeah, he's what I didn't know was that he said, "Oh, we'll do the book launch at the Moot in London at the tavern. I forget its name. Crowley used to go there for a drink.
Okay.
So it's not far from the Warburg as well. And after the launch, he's great. He's really, So he said, "Oh yeah, Paul doesn't. He doesn't even have a Kabbalistic tree of diagram in there at all. He's just done it. He sent me his advanced copy of his new book, and the second half of the book, is all about the Book of Thoth,
Oh.
and he's done the path working for the major arcana.
Oh,
Basically,
that's nice. Yeah.
it's a big half of the section, so he knew that. He
Yeah.
didn't tell me.
Oh, that's so funny.
So,
Let me look
and
at
our books dovetail.
no, no, no. Um uh, um what you think is the biggest misconception about the Totoro?
Well, there's loads. Um, in the process of writing this book, I went through every meme, every idea, and I could never get more than half a page or 2 pages out of it because they just don't go anywhere.
No.
Basically, you end up in
Yeah.
hell, going through these rabbit holes everywhere
Yeah.
and stuck in rabbit holes for
Yeah.
days and weeks on end.
Yeah.
And then finally, I went back to the beginning of the Book of Thoth, where it talks about where the tarot comes from. And I actually started from there.
Yeah.
And it's for a lot of people, myself included, you think it's boring. He's just rehashing
Yeah.
what's already there. But actually, he's telling you something that's a little bit different to what you think. And a lot of the book is exploring those things and what was really happening and what he was doing, you see. And that expanded into other things, you see.
Yeah.
So that was the gateway. That first bit where it says, well, the tarot comes from the gypsies and
Yeah.
ancient Egyptians.
Yeah.
That's that is the place to start, which is kind of where I start as well.
Yeah. Um,
Did I answer the question?
yeah, 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 you did. You did. Um, what do you think that the Tarot or the cards or the book can bring to the table to new students for their development of their psychic abilities?
It's the best. It's the combination of the cards with the first stage of the opening of the key spread.
Yeah.
Um, it's it is actually a ritual in cutting the cards into four piles. It's to do with Yod Hey Vav Hey, which is
Yes.
the sacred name Tetragrammaton,
Yeah.
and there are multiple levels within that, and it's learning about the four elements: astrology,
Yeah.
numerology,
Yeah.
Kabbalah, the
Yeah.
spirits. And another book that's very useful to read as well is Lever 777,
Yeah.
which
That's beautiful. Yeah.
which structures that information in a different way.
Yeah.
And it's the Crowley used this system of color schemes, the four levels of color: knight, queen, prince, and princess.
Yeah.
And when he's they're actually a secret inner order system, and it's one of the reasons why actually he got thrown out of the Golden Dawn, because Mathers he
Yeah.
didn't want him.
Mhm.
He wasn't. McGregor Mathers gave him the color scheme,
Yeah.
colors, you know, and when the other members of the inner order found out, that was the reason why Crowley got thrown out, because Mathers said he was second order, and
Yeah.
they said no, he's not.
Yeah.
So having those four sets of color, hang on, oh, where is it? It's in here. It's these color schemes here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and here as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So those, so he's putting them in there because it's still, as far as the Golden Dawn is concerned, that is still a secret system of magic
Yeah.
as
And
well.
Aleister Crowley did give up all the secrets.
Yeah, because when you read all his other stuff,
Yeah.
it comes back to the Book of Thoth.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that's important to understand with this color scheme is that unlike the traditional Rider-Waite deck, there aren't many colors,
No.
and if you fan out the
Yellow, blue,
cards,
gray, white. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Black. Yeah.
it's because the
Yeah.
color secrets, they couldn't do.
No.
So when you fan out the cards, even though you can only see a fraction of the card, you know exactly what the card is because of the colors
Yeah.
that are in there. You see, they're totally differentiated.
Yeah.
So it's designed to be read
Yeah.
using the first stage of the opening of the key spread. You see, so you don't have to see the whole card anyway, which is what
No.
you're told.
No.
It's like it's if you need a picture of your mother to know who your
Yeah.
mother is.
Yeah.
What you think about your mother is a different story, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. 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 You also have a Patreon
Yes, I
channel?
do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, and I also have a Substack,
Okay.
which I spend more time on there. There's more freedom with the
Yeah.
Substack,
Yeah.
um, and I mean, I put up a post this morning. I put up one that I reviewed Marco's new book
Hmm.
yesterday, and I put up another one actually about invoking the angel
Oh.
of the tarot.
Oh, that's
So, I mean, because basically the Book of Thoth is really about invocation and
yeah,
initiation.
yeah.
It's the system that initiates you into the entire system of Arthur Crowley's writings and works as well.
It's so funny. Before the interview, I did an invocation. So send me the angel
And
who wants to
and
interview Paul. It's so
yes,
beautiful. Yeah, it's natural for me.
yeah. And I actually woke up this morning. I need to write about the invocation to Haru, which is
So funny.
in the beginning of the first stage of the opening of the key spell,
Yeah, yeah.
which I did and I published this morning as well. So,
Beautiful.
minds
So
we're on the
people
same
can
page.
find you at your Patreon. They can buy the book
Yes.
where?
You can buy it in Amazon from the publisher. I can do I can sign copies as well, but I mean
Oh,
that's
that's
can take
nice.
a
That's nice.
it's a
And if
it
people
won't be
want
the
to,
free postage and
yeah,
stuff, I'm
yeah.
afraid.
And if people want to study with you, the opening of
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
that's
Get
also
in
possible.
contact.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
there's so many. I think there's a new age of the Book of Thoth coming
Yes.
out this year.
Yeah.
Because we had the exhibition at the Warburg Institute, where for the first time there were actually the artwork, five or six of the artworks were on display, including an original
Yeah.
book and the cards and other things as well. Deja Whitehouse's book on Frida Harris, my book,
Yeah.
Marco's book as
Yeah.
well. So, I mean, none of this is planned.
No, that is
It's just,
striking
it
coincidence.
just happened. So, and you know, the gold, the Golden Dawn decks, they're fine, they're pretty, the artwork, but I mean, people end up with 1,000 decks and they still don't know any more
No.
than the one had the first deck.
Yeah.
But with this deck, you can continue grow and evolve and
Yeah.
transform and see deeper levels as you go along. But it is really practice, and
Yeah.
practice means doing readings for real people,
Yeah.
especially strangers.
Yeah.
You do it with people you know, and it'll still come out different.
Yeah.
But it's it, it's this is how you learn this. It's like anything; you have to learn your skills.
Yeah.
Theory stays a theory, but to put it into practice. And I never knew the meanings of the cards when they say, oh, you have to learn the meanings of the cards and this and that. I never did that.
No.
I was a professional tarot reader from day one.
Yeah.
Didn't know the meanings of the cards.
No, but you have something else.
Well, everyone has.
Yeah.
They just don't believe that they can do it because
Yeah.
they do the first reading and they're thinking, I don't know the meanings of cards and
Yeah.
I don't know the future. Well, yeah, no, because the person sitting opposite you
Yeah.
doesn't know the meanings of the
No.
cards. They don't know the future. And
Yeah.
you've just picked up on their energy
Yeah.
of not knowing.
Psychic reading. Yeah.
You see, you're already psychic just because that's how that
Yeah.
person is.
Yeah.
You see.
I want to conclude with the question, do you have a dream? Do you want something? Yeah, tell me.
Oh, right. Yeah, I dream lots.
Yeah.
And this is the interesting thing is when you go down this journey, dreams get very vivid and very powerful.
Yeah.
Um, I just, yeah, it's an interesting question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
Because
enjoy,
because I sense the answer, but it's not polite to
you might have to tell me what the answer
tell
is.
you what you're
I,
dreaming.
it's a powerful system of, I mean, ultimately, there's a kind of communication with some people call the holy guardian angel or higher self. There's other terms for it, and it's really interesting that working with a tarot this way um, allows that to come through, not just for you, but also helps the client on their
Of
spiritual journey.
course.
You don't know what their spiritual journey is, and it's not your job
No.
to do that, but it's to help them understand that they are on this
Yeah.
journey. And it usually comes from when they lose interest in who they're with or what they're doing, and they don't, their purpose in life, children, work, and stuff. Suddenly, it's like, well, why am I bothering? And that's when the inner journey starts as well. So I mean, I think also just Alistair, he was he studied alchemy, yoga, visualizations, philosophy. I write about Immanuel Kant in the book,
But
which is something
I
I didn't
asked
think I would
about
do.
your dream for the future.
Yeah, and it's to find your true will, I suppose, would be
Okay.
another way. And finding it is one thing. What you do with it is another, of
Yeah.
course. But it's I'm as soon as I finished this book, I thought I'd get a break, but no. And the next day, I was starting research on other projects with the tarot
Yeah.
as well. So it's always continually expanding. I'm
Yeah.
never thinking stop.
No. I sense maybe it's time to explore a little bit America, go a little bit overseas, speaking there. I think your knowledge,
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to be going to America next week, but I'm not sure whether the flight will
yeah.
go with the situation out there. Yeah, it's
I think your future is over there. Just to
it's
make them more conscious.
yeah, it's I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm a bit of
Yeah.
a one-man band, not wanting to join things, you
No,
know.
no,
Uh,
you're the same as your mentor. Not a
yeah,
grumpy old
yeah,
man, but yeah, yeah,
no, and Aleister Crowley was an outsider as well. He
yeah,
was an outsider to his own organisations most of the
yeah,
time. It's very strange. He was, in the Golden Dawn, he was an outsider.
yeah,
And as an outsider, he got ostracized and blamed for things that
yeah.
it's easy to blame the outsider.
I see
Always.
myself also as a wild card.
The wild card.
Yeah,
Yeah, following the fall. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, people say to me, "Oh, what's your favorite card?" I don't have one. I mean,
No,
they're all important. They're all aspects of things.
I really
And
like the Queen of Wands at this moment.
yeah, well, that's a powerful card, and
I
you're wearing
really,
red as well.
of course,
So,
yeah, I really like that card.
no, you don't have to identify with the cards because they're actually aspects of all of those 16
Yeah,
court cards are aspects of yourself in one
yeah,
way or another. And sometimes, someone says they see a court card, Knight of Swords or something. I can say, well, it can be this, or this. And they say, yeah, that's all of them.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It is you and it is someone else as well at
yeah.
the same time.
Uh,
And you don't know until you,
I think in holographic structures, but it's
yeah,
nice sometimes to put on an identity or an energy.
yeah. We're fluid.
Yeah,
There's if we're talking to two people at the same time, one we like and one we don't like,
yeah,
we deal with it, and we're a little bit different to one and the
yeah,
other.
yeah,
You know, it's a natural
yeah,
thing that we do. There's no difference. Our body language depends on, and how we talk depends on who we're talking to and what we want from them and what they
yeah.
want from us.
Is there something you like to add? Is there something I should have asked you?
I don't know. I had no idea what you're going to ask me.
No.
It's the best way.
I saw a couple of interviews with you, so I thought I need a little bit of structure. Otherwise, yeah,
No, no. I think people need tarot readers are put down a lot. They're treated as third-class citizens in the occult world. As a joke,
yeah.
basically. But
I don't
actually,
feel that.
no, 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 no. But I mean,
Yeah. I get a lot
it's
of respect for it. Yeah,
and a lot of teachers treat them
yeah,
that way. They want their followers to be a
yeah,
guru. And hang on every word.
yeah,
And I'm saying, well, no, actually work it out for yourself.
yeah,
Study. It's the knowledge. Who helped me?
yeah,
Well, a few people did actually, but I
yeah,
mean,
of
but
course.
basically, it was my own.
Yeah,
And there's so many things, avenues that you can go down in all of this.
yeah.
It's a wide open thing.
It's my lifelong obsession, and I still think I'm a student. So
Yeah, I'm obsessed. Crowley was obsessed.
yeah,
Eliphas Levi, who's kind of Crowley felt he was an incarnation. He was obsessed
yeah,
with the tarot. And the people in the Society 8 who are all Freemasons, and they're such a grade, they didn't care about rituals and
no,
status and titles
no.
and stuff. They were all obsessed with the tarot. It's an exclusive
Yeah,
club
yeah,
of the most talented and powerful and influential magicians, occultists, and Freemasons.
yeah,
Rosicrucians as well too.
yeah.
That comes all part of it. I went to on a pilgrimage recently to the grave of Robert Flood
Oh,
in the 16th century. His grave's in Bearsted in Kent, and he's kind of forgotten about, but he inspired the Parma Fraternitatis,
okay.
and he's forgotten.
Yeah.
And his monument used to be by the altar, but they've stuck it in the back of
Oh,
it's in a broom cupboard now.
no,
Yeah,
no.
with buckets and things and pamphlets and papers and stuff all locked up away, and you have to get
I hope that his spirit finds it funny.
it's. I mean, you can feel the energy when you just get to the
Yeah,
church. It's an
yeah.
extraordinary experience, and I wrote about it on Substack
Oh,
Stack as well
nice. Oh, nice.
because it's and the guide said, "Oh, it's only about one other person's been to see Robert Flood in the last year," and she was a researcher from Germany, funnily enough.
And now
So
you bring him
there
back
is,
to life. You bring him back to life. Yeah,
yeah, and it's this. I still have trouble talking about Robert Flood as well because he's not an easy alchemist to understand, but he was very important in the Society of Eight as well. His writings, you see. So it's like, oh well, they think it's important. I need to know about this man, and that's how it goes. Crowley sees a lot of people that were important. He recommends, and you think, oh, now I've got to read them too.
yeah.
And you keep on finding
Never
new
ending
people
story.
to
Yeah,
read
yeah,
and
yeah.
understand.
Yeah, yeah,
That it's just amazing. So it's just a lifelong journey.
yeah.
It
It
never ends,
is.
thank God.
Yeah,
So I mean, hopefully I can write some more books and teach and inspire people and see where things go.
yeah,
You see, so it's an open. The book T is includes everything.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I will send you it so you can put it up where you want. And I put it on my own channel, Mabel's Tarot, on YouTube. And
Mm,
it was a pleasure to talk to you.
thank you, Mabel.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yeah.
Look very well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't wake up this way.
Oh no, that was a good interview, wasn't it? Thank you.
Yeah, I really like talking to you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no, I mean, I thought might struggle with it, but you were fine. Yeah, you know your stuff very well.
In my previous life, I was a journalist, so
Yes, yeah, no, you did a great job. Thank you. I
yeah.
appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much.
I look forward to the link.
Yeah.